This is an M416 gel ball blaster. I showed you a SCAR model from the same company, and if you look at them side by side, they're almost identical, so very similar. Really, the only difference is the stock on this. So I assume we're going to see the exact same type of performance with this, but who knows? And it looks like the accessories are a little different. So here is everything that's included with it. We'll talk about it when we put it together, and we'll do a separate demo with FPS. So we got some safety glasses. Please wear something to protect your eyes, whether it's those or just sunglasses. Just wear something, right? For gel beads, they give you a couple big packs here. Remember, you don't have to use a whole pack at once. Just they get all over, so tape them shut or put them in a Ziploc or something. They don't go bad. Soaking the gel balls is super important. I have a lot of videos that show that, but there's a couple things I like to always say. There's three things. They need plenty of room to grow, plenty of water, and then 4 to 6 hours. So make sure you got a big container. Make sure you're using lots of water, and after 4 to 6 hours, as long as there's room left over in that container, and as long as there's water left over, then you know they got big enough, because they can only get 7 to 8 millimeters. They can't get too big. So you just drain them off and you store them in airtight containers. They'll last a couple weeks. If there's no room in the container or there's no water left over, you did not use enough water or didn't give enough space, adjust, give them more time to soak until you come out with some water left over and some extra room. Then you know they're big enough, right? Make sure you never store any in the magazine, right? Make sure you keep this empty when you're done. Shake them all out. Push the button, flick them all out of the feeding tube. There was one hiding in there. This is a translucent one, so it's a little easier to see. It is a manual, or a mechanical magazine, so it's going to be really important to prime it. And what I mean by that is when we go to throw gel balls in here, right, we're going to fill it up. Try not to spill too many. Yeah, don't do this I always do this in the garage because they do fall and then they're hard to pick up. So anyway, you can see they're in there. You're going to want to prime it. And priming it just means clicking this here. About 5 seconds usually will do it until one pops out the top. That means it's primed and ready to go. That feeding tube is full. It should assist it in shooting, and you should have a lot better experience when you go to use it. So always prime it. Always empty it when you're done and just leave the little door open to let it dry. For battery, you got an 800 mAh 7.4 volt battery, and you've got your little USB charger here, right? 4-pin connection. Plug this into any AC adapter, 1 amp or greater, charge that battery up. You can see where the battery goes here. So with this one, you actually have to put the battery in before we put the buffer tube on. So the buffer tube does come out of the stock, but there's not really any huge benefit in taking it out, because you have to remove the whole buffer tube anyway when you go to change the battery. So you can go ahead, just leave that there. We plug it in, right, like so. Put the battery in there, kind of make sure it's all out of the way. Just push this on. There's the button you're going to push to pull when you pull it off. We got the battery in there. You can adjust this, as you'd like. You can see how it locks in place. Let's shoot, let's see. All right, we got it on safety. We'll turn it. Okay, we'll put it back on safety. When you're on safety, you can, of course, use it as single shot off the priming charging handle there. A couple little flip-up sights we got here. We got some accessories now. Your barrel with your flash suppressor, whatever you want to call it, flash hider. That's just going to push in here and just kind of push it and turn it in, and it should be good to go. That'll stay there. Got a couple accessories when it comes to grips. So normally you wouldn't put on multiple grips, but might as well for this. This is spring loaded a little bit here, so you're just going to kind of push it. You'll hear it clicking as we push it on. It just kind of locks in place, right? This, you push the button down, that's spring loaded. So this grip can just slide on, clicks in place. When it comes to the scope is the more traditional screw down rail mount. So put that out of the way, put this on here, loosen it a little bit, tighten it down. You'll flip up your scope, tiny bit of magnification adjustment here, and then you've got a little side rail if you have a flashlight or a laser or something you want to side mount, which is pretty cool if you do. So lastly, all you do, put your magazine on here, Boom. Clicks in. You're ready to shoot. Magazine release button. Same spot it always is. There's your magazine release. All right. So that's it. Ready to go. There it is, the M416, or they call it the M416 Pro. We'll go ahead, we'll test this out. I assume it's going to have identical performance compared to the SCAR because it looks to be the identical blaster minus the stock and some accessories. So check back for that. I'll also, of course, combine it into one long video if you prefer to watch long videos. Please like, please comment, subscribe, tell a friend, and participate in all the giveaways. So for the summer of 2022, I plan on doing a couple giveaways per month, and I'm going to try to up it sometimes into some crazy ones. There'll be a crazy 4th of July one. Not sure if this will be published before or after that, but just know there's more coming. I got lots and lots of these. I love giving away to all of those who support me. So thanks again, and good luck in all those contests. And again, please make sure you're subscribed and you're participating as much as you can, and comments and likes and all that stuff that helps me out.